Hello YouTube, I'm Joshua Kemble, and this is vlog number 65. This is the vlog where I talk about quarterly stories, which is my graphic novel that I hand write, hand letter, and hand ink, and then hand to you, hopefully someday in print. But until that day, it's available serialized at quarterlystories.com, where you can read it all the way up to page 47, which I completed yesterday. Quarterly Stories is a very personal story to me about faith and mental illness, and this is the vlog where it's document the progress and the process of creating that graphic novel on top of being a full-time art director, a full-time husband, and a full-time father. Yesterday I finished scanning, cleaning up my page. The scanning process, because I work on these pages that are 19 by 24, which is a relatively large size for a page. So usually the scanning process, I have to scan in fourths. I have a large format scanner. Unfortunately, most places do not sell large format scanners that go above 13 by 19 in size. So I have to scan it in 4 sections, piece those 4 sections together by stitching them together in Photoshop so that they appear to be one seamless image. And then basically it's just a matter of converting my black and white page to a black and white high contrast image where it's solid black, solid white, and it's aliased so that it will print like a solid clean black. And what aliasing means is like, well, the best explanation of what aliased lines are is if you zoom in, it looks like a little stepladder rather than having a blurry amount of grays. It's a solid black and a solid white, and it makes your inks look really super good. And thinking about it, I might want to do a tutorial on how you can clean up your inks as a cartoonist. But before I do something like that, I'd like to hear what you guys think. Would you guys like to see a tutorial on how to clean up your inks? If so, please mention it in the comments section. So anyhow, I was going to post the page on quarterlystories.com yesterday, but I realized with a vlog posting as well that might conflict. And generally, if there's anything I've learned about social media or websites, it's not to overload people. So generally, it's good to have consistency in your content, but at the same time, you don't want multiple conflicting things coming up on a site, especially if you're a solo brand, because basically at the end of the day you want return visitors. So because of that, I'm going to be posting the page today, but the page is complete and you'll be able to, by the time this vlog comes out, go to quarterlystories.com and check out how it turned out. This is the page where I use that splatter technique with like a toothbrush to get a little bit of rough splattered ink on the page, and I think it came out pretty good, but I'm curious, what do you guys think? So go to quarterlystories.com and check that out. It has been a crazy busy few days. My wife has been sick, which basically, for those of you who are parents, when one parent's sick, it basically is puts the onus on the other parent to have to fill in the majority of the parenting duties. And so I've been doing that. Even yesterday I had to call out from my work and basically just take care of Benji all day. And it's actually like kind of nice to be able to spend time with my son and take him to his like preschool and you know, see how he's doing and like hang out with him and really spend some quality time with him. But on top of that, it also really complicates the schedule of working on comics on a daily basis. And so I'm imagining that that might put a little bit of a spoke in the wheel of the momentum of this comic, but at the same time, it's a spoke I don't mind, because as I mentioned a few vlogs back on my 5 priorities list, family and my marriage are like way up there on my list of priorities, way above comics. And so at the end of the day, that might cause some delays, but what I'm hoping to accomplish tonight, luckily Grandma came to the rescue and is over at our house basically helping I watch the kids so that I can get to work and not rack up too many sick days. And hopefully after my wife gets to go to urgent care, she'll get medication, and hopefully like whatever it is, it seems like it's probably a sinus infection, will start to get better. If I can though, my goal tonight is going to be to do some thumbnails for the next page. And so I'll hopefully be doing a recording while doing thumbnails. If my wife is still sick, I still plan on doing thumbnails, but they'll probably be after Benji is asleep and after my wife everything's okay and she's taken care of as well. So that's my goal for the day. Other than that, it's just to get through the work day and then get home and hopefully still have the energy to, fill in as a parent when it comes to all of Benji's responsibilities and duties that, need to be filled in for. So that's my day. It's kind of complicated, but honestly, like, that brings up an interesting topic, which is that life is complex. Life is full of hurdles and surprises, and the only way to build consistent habits is to hopefully, through those hurdles and surprises, maintain continuous activity. So meaning, even when I get sick or whatever, it's good to continually try to hit that mark of the 30 minutes a day on my comic. So I'm going to try my damnedest today, and we'll see how I do. In the meantime, I'm going to head to work and hopefully get through the work day, and I will see you guys when I'm done. Okay, you ready? Are we supposed to go do stories? Are you going to put on my shoes? Yeah, wow. All right. Are you wearing Daddy's shoes? Oh, we have failed the city. We have failed the city. Okay, so the wife is in bed, the kid is in bed, basically got home, picked him up from his grandma's and took care of him. This is just what happens when you have kids and somebody's sick. And now I'm actually still going to make time to rough out page 48 of quarterly stories. So that's what I'm going to work on right now. And I think I've already explained to you guys that thumbnails are pretty much the process where I come up with my page layouts, and I usually will go through my script and kind of block out bits of text. So this is my next bit probably of text, and then transpose it to a page. And this is kind of my process. I do this before starting every page, and so now we're on page 48, and I'm going to hopefully come up with some cool concepts for the next page. And I'm keeping in mind that my last page had about 6 panels on it, so this one either should probably increase or decrease the panels, but I'll figure that out as I go. Okay, so here is the plan. Basically, it's going to be a panel where it's the character, he's working on his comic, getting more mad, kind of putting both arms down on the table. In the background, there's going to be a window where it's snow, rain, and then leaves falling to show the passage of time. Then showing the artist, it's going to be a little meta, like a comic within a comic. And I'm going to have a hand drawing this panel with the character, and then a hand drawing the panel with the character, but it's going to have a little ink spill. So pen spilled ink. So this will be the panel with two hands on top of it, and then this is the panel, the hands crumpling the that picture that's being drawn. And then here it's a reverse shot. It's going to show basically from kind of the opposite end of where we've been looking, of character ripping the piece of paper with a rip. And then here it's going to be a close-up of him ripping almost himself in half, and then the other half of the page down here. And this is all symbolic and metaphorical and stuff, but I think it would be cool to have this. Initially I had blocked out just a typical 9-panel grid, and then I realized it would be really nice to just have a really detailed image of this ripped up piece of paper down here. And generally a lot of the times with like something that's a basic 9-panel, I'll rework it, but I'm actually pretty happy with how this is looking. So it looks like my comicking for the day is done. My thumbnails are complete. So I'm pretty excited that I managed to thumbnail page 48 for quarterly stories, and now I'm going to take the evening off. And after a long, crazy day, thanks to those of you who have liked, commented, shared, and subscribed to my YouTube channel. It means a lot, and I hope you guys are having productive days as well. All right, I'll see you guys next week.